You have standard BO, and then you have unleashed BO. And so the current BO means that it has these annoying little things here and those speakers there and this A pillar, because the non-BO has the regular A pillar that doesn't have the classic look to it. And then in this one, it's really hard to get the radio out because of the way this is trimmed. So yeah, it's a lot of work. Good day, everyone. What's happening? This is an F250 that is in today for a subwoofer. So we can take our seat cover off here because we are done with it. Let's put this guy up here on the wall. So this is getting a kicker treatment. So we have the kicker L7T F series subwoofer enclosure. Just get an idea what that looks like. If you have an F series, this is a 2025 250, but it fits perfect up underneath the seat. It's a full underneath the seat gimmick. So it's some of these stick out a little bit further, which is cool. You get more bass, and they don't round as much like this, but Kicker did a really nice job making this box fit in here really snug. You do lose your package tray. That thing's got to come out. Now, if you do want something that goes behind the seat here, sounds good stereo makes a box for behind here. Because this is a 2025 BO system, so as we were saying in the beginning, there's two types of BO systems. My hair is having a wonderful day today. It's cold, so I had on my Sirius XM hat. So I had this on today. Anyways, it's 52 right now. It was 30 this morning. So how you can tell if you have an unleashed system is you have overhead speakers here. That is number one. Number two, it has a three-way set up front. So it's a different dash in the unleashed than the standard. So there's two BOs. So in either one of them, it doesn't matter. There's an interface for both of them, so you can go to town. Subwoofer the back is the same. This is the subwoofer here. It's a free air. This is the one that has a giant hole behind it. This can stay in because all this does is rattle the car. It doesn't really make a lot of bass. The bass speakers are those in the front doors. That's where most of your bass come from, not this pile of crap. Now, if you've ever seen a Ford before, this is typically where the factory amplifier is. It's no longer here. It's actually right there behind this piece of carpet. It's sitting right in this area right here. We made a T-harness for this. So they don't make anything for the new... They don't make a T-harness for the new BO system. The old harness, though, with some modifications to the physical plug, will fit. And that's what we did so that we could plug right into this brand new car. I don't want to cut it. So we're able to just modify the plug. You gotta do some sanding. There's a little tooth that sticks up that on the new one lines up differently. Every pin is full, so you don't actually need the tooth to line up. You just need it to plug in. So you can grind the tooth down, and then the two plugs will come together, and you solder it up, and everything is great. And then you get a plug, and you get a T-harness for this. So hey, so you can make it fit. And then we made, so this is actually the harness here, and then our connector is behind here, and that plugs into the amplifier's high level input. And then this is an LX 1200 1251. So this is what's powering the subwoofers. And then of course we make this bracket here to mount it to, and everything is fantastic. And so then this will just close up and everyone will be happy. We'll put the headrest back in. We took those out. It just makes it easier to work with. And then underneath the seat, here is your box. And it fits in really nice. You keep your jack. It's raised off the floor. Listen to that. Somebody's having a fantastic day. Very good. As I was saying, yeah, it's raised off the floor, so you have nice, it's all the way across. So you have room all the way across, and the speaker clip is actually right here on the bottom side, but it's not setting on the floor. It's like a 1-inch space, which is really cool. Who is going to K-Fest with you guys? Can we come by and say hi? Any meets like the one in Texas? We're not going there with anybody. Everyone is there. We'll be there. You can, of course, come by and say hi. Yeah. So the best time to come is at night, of course, right? There's usually a bar at the Paris. It's like the Triangle Bar. It's in the back corner. It kind of leads down the trail that they have, the little city. It's all the way in the back right corner if you come in the front entrance off of the street. Typically everyone is there, and we'll probably be there at some point too. You can always reach out to me on Facebook. It's a good place to text us, or Fernando. And yeah, that's the one I pay the most attention to. How would you compare it to the Dual 10 sealed Fox box? The Fox box is a much bigger animal. They're, again, two different clients. So this is very clean looking, so to speak. You know, it fits underneath here, whereas the Fox, nothing to take, is rugged. It's, you know, we definitely sell way more Fox boxes than we do these boxes. It's just two different people. I think they're, yeah, and besides, we only sell the ported Fox box. I don't think do they make a sealed Fox box? It's ported. That thing is a monster. So this has sealed 12s. What's up, Big Island? Hey. Thoughts on my amp rack? Any suggestions? Any changes? Bobby, I haven't stared at it yet. Fernando was telling me about it this morning, but I haven't looked at it. Mary Lou, is she going? Probably. I don't know. I don't think so. She hasn't said anything. I haven't talked to her in a minute. I don't know. You know, Crutchfield typically doesn't go to these things, but you never know. I don't know who's going, you know. Brian still hasn't decided. Mitchell, Arc Audio, hasn't decided if he's going yet. He's still trying to figure it out. I'm like, okay, must be nice. But he's going to drive anyway, so yeah. So there's that. So, ow. That's what you get. So there's your kicker box. There's your kicker power. Everything is all set. Now, the bass knob, as we know on the LX, is huge. So it just mounts right there. Yeah. Normally, the smaller knobs, you try to put it up in this area. It's just too big. It won't fit here. So we're not going to do that. Where's Fernando? He's right there. Do you 3D print speaker grills? We can.
3D print?
I mean, we can. I haven't had the need to. So like, all right, so 3D printing is good for certain things. Like if you printed the grill, maybe if you printed the grill upside down and took the texture of the thermal plate, that'd be kind of nice looking because it has some texture to it. But most of the time, grills are like a smooth, and they have to be really, really delicate. And I can print this a lot faster than I can a 3D grill. So now if I needed it a compound shape, then it would make sense to 3D print it. But there again, I can't get, like if you look at this one, like with the holes, you know, this is a very factory, I can't get that look from a 3D printer. I can, but I'm gonna have to sand it, and yeah, you know, this just looks so much better laser cut than it does. And I can, if I need to bend this, I can also heat it up and bend it. So, yeah, it just depends. Just depends what you want the grill to look like. If you want bigger holes, like I've seen some loudspeaker grills that have like big hexagons and like something in the middle, like those look cool, but they don't look factory. So I mean, it just depends if like you're going for that factory look. I don't think that's gonna be tough with a 3D printer. Now, if you're doing a resin print, then you can get probably the best looking grill, because that you can do really tight 3D, like in and out weaving type things, and those look fantastic. But that's a resin printer, and that's just order the RHE Morel Piccolo tweeters and a set of the Morel MM3s. Sold my family's EBT to get them. I like that. That's funny. Dean, when I called Crutchfield, I was told she was not there anymore. Oh. I have no idea. I honestly haven't talked to her since around Christmas time. So maybe I'll give her a call later today if I think about it. Us Mexicans from Texas love you guys. What's up? And we love you.
Mexicans.
Yeah, I know. Mexican. How much more output can be expected from changing from a sealed to a ported enclosure? Same power and driver, assuming it approved by manufacturer in either type. Use a P215 as an example if you like. So size-wise, the boxes are going to be substantially different in size. Output-wise, you're going to get more bass. You're definitely going to get more bass, but you're also going to need a bigger box. The sound is going to be totally different. The ported will be louder. There's no question about it. It's going to be a totally different sound. It's gonna sound bigger and more boomy, have a little bit more low-end sound to it, that just because it's not actually going to play any lower, it's just going to sound like it is. It's not. If you look at the curves, like the output curve, the graph that they provide you with, you'll probably see a bump in that low-end extension that you didn't have before. So yeah, it'll sound totally different, but it's a much bigger box. It's not like you can do a 1 cube sealed and a 1 cube ported. It's usually like 15 is going to be bigger, but like normally it's like one cube or 3/4 of a cube to 1 cube sealed, and then it's like a quarter, a cube and a quarter to a cube and a half ported. So it's a lot bigger, but I would rather do a ported box if I have room. Got anything to say, Fernando?
No.
All that work for nope. Hi, Fernando. Say hi.
Hi, Fernando.
Jump so we can see you. Oh, that was cold. Dude, right now jumping hurts your feet too much because it's way too chilly. Everything is painful when it's cold.
It is.
I hate stepping out of these cars. Mm-hmm. Because when you step down on the ground, it's like it just feels like your legs are shattering. It was a cold weekend for us, but it's okay. We're gonna go to Vegas. It's supposedly warmer. Have you looked at the temperature
it's gonna
yet?
be the same.
Well, no, it's gonna have a high of 70 though. Every day is like 43 to 45 in the morning, 73 to whatever at the high point.
And then we're gonna be at the hotel that is normally 40, so it's cool.
Dean. Just Dean. I think it's 5-star Dean. You can.
What is your Facebook account?
Dean Bayette. Facebook.
Yeah, Dean.
Yeah.
5-star Dean.
Is it under 5-star Dean?
No,
it's not. I was gonna say that's
Instagram.
Instagram, but I never look at Instagram. But you can probably find one
from Facebook. Jesus.
I only use Facebook for talking to people. I don't ever really do much there.
No, I like Instagram.
Cardboard or pads on shop floor? Concrete. Just straight concrete. It's just concrete, and then where we stand, we have foam. But it's just ugly concrete because I don't own the shop, so I don't own the floor, so I'm not doing anything to the floor.
You don't have.
Oh, yeah, no, pads would be cool. It's in there again. It's like 2 weeks out of the year we got to deal with this. So, during the summer, it's not a big deal. He missed the opportunity to mention about Morel. It went over his head. Oh, yeah, it happens. Yeah. He's staring at the DSP.
No, this is so you can.
No, he doesn't want us to talk about it right now.
No. But it's there.
Yeah, but they're not shipping yet. They're not shipping in the United States yet. They're on their way. They should be here within the next couple weeks. So he's actually sending us a ton more stuff to talk about. So plug and play is a big thing. Apparently, there's more plug and plays than we were aware of. Because there's a 6.5 plug and play for some. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff. So the Toyota still is in limited quantity on the 8-inch, but I keep saying go to morelhifi.com. He says it too. Just be patient with morelhifi.com.
I mean, they have a lot of stuff for sure.
Morel going to Vegas. Morel is not going to Vegas. Morel is going to be at Master Tech. Any new Ram, Jeep, Dodge scheduled since the pack announced the firmware update? Does that get integrated in dash or under driver's seat? That's going to go in the dash behind the radio. And no, none scheduled. I don't even know if Paul knows. I'm sure he's got the email. He gets the same emails I do, but no, none at the moment. Dodge is not the most popular vehicle, according to J.D. Powers and Associates.
That's crazy.
High of 27 this week. Going to drop cardboard so I can work on my install. I would be dropping maybe moving blankets, a heater, possibly catching things on fire around me. 27, I'm not doing anything. Not going to lie. Yesterday it was 40 something, and I had to go out, which I didn't want to, and it was horrible. It's horrible. I had my Ground Zero jacket on, which is fantastic that they gave us those winter jackets. So thank goodness Ground Zero thought of us. We didn't freeze because of that. But and then I had to do a bunch of video editing all day. I sat there in a hoodie and blankets, and I looked like a disheveled, homeless person sitting on my my couch editing videos. Any better suggestion than Karma 3-inch wideband going on a 4Runner dash? Yeah, just put a tweeter in the A-pillar. You could just, you can put a tweeter in the A-pillar. There's a lot of room in the A-pillar, and there's a lot of tweeters now that are small enough that they'll easily go right into it. The new Rockford Punch tweeter is tiny. The new, there's a lot of, the last 4Runner we did, we made a grill for the A-pillar, and we put what tweeter did we put? Was it the Morel tweeter? The Elate?
On.
The 4Runner we did not too long ago? With the orange, yellow, we made the A-pillars for it. Had the 3 little colored things on it. I feel like those were the Morel tweeters, because I think we did the 9-inch in the door. So it had to be an Elate. But yeah, there's room to put A-pillars. There's room to put tweeters in your A-pillars, for sure. If you want a nice 3-way set. Otherwise, yeah, just sure. I mean, whatever you want. I love Ground Zero woofers. I love Ground Zero woofers too, dude. They were just at World Finals, and they had. Did you see the BM? The 5 was a 5 Series SUV, double tandem wheel, extra long door that Ground Zero had in their booth with some new crazy super woofers that they have. This thing was insane. I was showing Fernando it the other day.
This is Hyundai.
They have some other ones too. Anyways, I don't know. He was talking about them the other day. I was half listening. But anyways, no. We just haven't done anything with Ground Zero in a while. So, what are your thoughts about flex tweeters like the ones from Home Audio? I'd have to see what you mean. Tweeters. I don't know what you mean by the flex tweeters. Mr. Buddy Heater Pro on a 20-pound propane tank. Nice to keep those cold. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I used to have one of those. Bobby gave me a father-in-law Bobby gave me a propane heater. I don't know what the heck I did with it. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Took one of those, like our tank we used to have for our torch. Took one of those and just like run all day and keep everything warm.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is cool. And then it was like dangerous as hell to have it here, because back then we had like sawdust and stuff. So I was like, yeah, no, probably not a good idea to have it here. Doing cicada build in my slingshot, adding a second battery. That's going to be crazy. Cicada will be there at Knowledge Fest. Mr. Marty will be there. Ooh, which reminds me, I got to get his money. So, yeah. I have 2 of the Nuclear 15 blue baskets, and they're discontinued. That sucks, but those are fantastic.
What do you have? A green basket, no?
We have a green basket, I think. Or a yellow. Maybe it's yellow. I don't know.
Yellow, green, yeah.
But what if I don't want a 3-way? Okay. Well, there again, that's a really nice 3.5-inch middler. If you want to go 3.5,
from Ground Zero?
No, the Karma or whatever 3.5 it is that everyone talks about when they're talking about a middler 3.5. Brian talks about that one all the time. Yeah, I mean, go for it. I mean, get the best sounding one you can, because and hopefully you have an EQ, because you're gonna need to EQ it. That is for sure. They always need that stealth. Yeah.
Sure.
The ones that look like accordion. Oh, were you talking like the new Alpine, like surrounds that they have? I don't know. What's a good budget for DSP for around 300-ish, and why? Thanks.
Oof.
Listen.
300?
You know, at that point, you're going to probably look at something like Down for Sound,
Power Bass. It's just...
They're all the same. They all use the same software. The reality is 550 is a more realistic number. At that point, you can get into like the Arc Audio PS 6 to 8. You can get into the Helix 4 to 6. There's that'll step you into a much nicer DSP.
Yeah,
I get it though, but you're almost there. Just go a little bit further, and you'll get a much better product. Hell, even at the DSR1, I think is now like $350, $400 for a DSR1.
Yeah.
So I mean,
and it's only what, 4 to 6?
That's a 4 to 8.
4 to 8.
Yeah.
See, what do you do with 4?
I have them on a DC 5000. Nice. Those things probably rip shit up. Ribbon tweeters. Oh, ribbon tweeters.
Ooh. The ribbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only ones that we've heard were the they weren't ribbon. They were the ones that PETA had in the Mercedes. Those were nice.
Oh, those are fantastic. Yes.
I forgot what those are called. ATMs or AMTs. Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
The thing is like if it's a true ribbon, you know, when you look at like a Mark Logan or something like that, where you have those or like a Stax headphone, like those are really susceptible to dust. And so in a car probably doesn't make the most sense. Whereas like the AMTs, that makes sense in a car for sure. And those sound great. But it's weird because you always see them putting those with a normal tweeter. I think there's probably a roll-off that happens in those that people are trying to compensate for.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I think Blam has them. Yeah, Blam has the... Mark Brown has ribbon mids, and they sound amazing. Yeah. Well, yeah, he does. Why wouldn't he? There again, it's just a competition car. It goes from one show to the next. I don't think it's his daily driver. We have them in a 10.2 cubic foot box in the whole back of my Honda CR-V. Oh my gosh, that has to be insane. I want to see pictures of that. Dean, have you guys ever had issues with newer Ford batteries, BMS systems, and sound systems? We have problems with all the new cars, man. All the new cars are headaches. As far as Fords, we've been actually really lucky, knock on wood, with Fords and their battery management systems. Typically, it just comes down to where you ground the amplifier. I thought this hood was still up. Yeah, we haven't run into any problems with the Fords. The older Fords, where there was the loop, that the ground was going through the loop, that there was rumors that people would have problems with those. But on the newer system, as long as you go after the hold on. See if this has what I'm thinking about. It doesn't have the ground thing? Really? Has it on this side. Yeah. So Ford uses this piece right here, which is basically what tells the car to charge and discharge. So there's a gap here between the battery and then this is a clamp. And so if you go here, that's bad because you're bypassing the clamp. You need to go here, and that way when your amplifiers, everything is pulling ground, then the car will see that as a draw and turn on the alternator or make sure the car is charging the way it's supposed to. The older Fords, this was a clamp, like an amp clamp. And so Ford would tell you to ground it over here to the side, but then they'd only have an 8-gauge ground, and it sucked. And so that typically didn't work too well. But a lot of cars have these now, like BMWs have been using them for years, Mercedes, stuff like that. But some of the, obviously Ford has it, but don't ground here. This is bad, this is good. So yeah, that's usually when people run into issues, is they're going to this, thinking that they don't need to be on this side of this. So, and then like this is a diesel, so this just has a normal ground point here for it. So, and then what you run into on Fords is this guy right here. This is what pulls the battery together. So like on the Mustang, it doesn't have a bolt here, and you have to use this, but this is black anodization and it acts as a really nice insulator, so you have to remove all of this black. And like we've tried to buy these, but we haven't successfully found the ones that don't suck. So you'll do a lot of sanding. This one is nice because it has a place that we can add a screw to it. So otherwise you have to polish these. So very nice. I asked because the voltage seems to be regulated and it varies between 12 and 14 volts. Now, so the other thing too is like the amplifiers you use in these, you have to be real particular about. So like the LX that's in here, Kicker LX amplifier that's in this, can play between 9 and I think 16 volts. So it doesn't care really what the car is doing. It will regulate itself and put out power according to what you're giving it. So if you're giving it a lot of power, it can handle it. It's still not going to put out, like, it's not going to go up to 1500 watts. But if it goes below that, it'll deregulate. It'll consume less and put out less power. So the amplifier never shuts off. So, Kicker guys are pretty smart. I'm running a 250 amp alternator with 5 bank. Oh wow, that is insane. Well, I mean, you have a 5K, so it's a trailer queen. It is a trailer queen. But hey, I mean, if you did all that work, you'd probably have a trailer queen too. Why does my subwoofer only hit hard on rap songs? Ooh. So there's a couple reasons. First off, I would ask is what kind of radio do you have? Because that's going to have a lot to do with it. Good call. If you have, my hand's shaking because I'm cold. If you have an aftermarket radio, then we have to look at it one way. So that would mean like, okay, what is my box doing? What is it tuned to? It might be too small, might be too big, might be ported, might not be ported, might need to be ported, might just be built wrong. If it's a factory radio, then we have to find out, okay, what speaker are we tied into? A lot of the factory radios have high-pass filters built into them. So the only time you get bass is when you have a ton of bass coming in. So there's a lot that can be a problem. That's where an electrical RTA comes in, like the one that we sell, which is the IRTA2. That allows you to look at the signal coming out of your source unit and see what does it look like, what is happening. On a factory radio, it's almost a must, because if your radio has a high-pass filter built into it, which, like I said, a lot of these factory vehicles now have high-pass filters, and when it starts at 80 hertz and rolls down. So if you look at like a normal song that's playing like a 50 hertz at a normal level, it doesn't get up to where the rest of the music is playing. And then you play a hip-hop song that has 40 hertz, but it's boosted, then you're going to naturally get more bass, because the song is compensating for the lack of bass there. That's where something like a key lock comes in, because a key lock can DEQ the factory signal. So basically it's an EQ that's going to go in, and it sees that crossover, and it will try to bring the signal, it's plus or minus 12 dBs of adjustment, so it can lift up a signal at least 12 dB up to try to bring it out flat, so that you can get some of that lower end bass. There again, now if you have a factory radio, you have to go, okay, what is my box tuned to? Your box might be tuned too low, and when you're playing music that has a higher bass note, it's not there. There's no energy there, because the box is actively limiting what the performance of the driver is. So there again, it's one or the other. Because you don't have an epicenter. That could be another problem too altogether. Like if you're just listening to music that doesn't have bass, like, if you listen to like 80s or 90s rock music, if you listen to some of the banda music or some of the classic Latino music, none of that stuff has bass. And that's where an epicenter comes in, because an epicenter looks at it differently, and it takes the energy in the higher frequencies where there's that drum dum, 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 dum sound, and it does an octave shift where it takes all that energy and moves it to the lower frequencies and gives you a ton more bass. So yeah, epicenter is a solution when you look at it and go, I have an aftermarket radio, I have the right enclosure, I'm just listening to crappy music that doesn't have bass. That's where an epicenter can make the difference. That was a good one, Greg. Good suggestion. What's the name of the company that sells the bypass adapters for factory amplifiers? Well, most of that stuff now is available through either metroonline.com, you can go look, or pack-audio.com sells a whole slew of amplifier interface, bypasses, harnesses, plugs, and stuff like that. So like in this, we use the pack harness.
LPH, you search, yeah.
What's up? Back to the DSP question is, I'm new to car audio, so I don't know too much yet, but wanting to learn. Is there some DSP user-friendly or easy to use that you suggest? The reality is okay, so if you're going to learn anything, you might as well learn, like if you've never done DSP before, if you're going to paint the Mona Lisa, do you want to do it with paint, or do you want to do it with a box of crayons? Okay, that's really the question. So if you have to learn how to paint the Mona Lisa, probably not going to want to use crayons, right? You're probably going to want to get the best paints, the best brushes, and then you're going to learn how to paint the best way possible. The same is true for a DSP. So sure, you can buy an inexpensive DSP, you can learn how to use an inexpensive DSP, or you just learn how to use the best DSPs, and that way everything you learn will be better in that most of the best DSPs have features that make setting them up easier than the cheaper DSPs because they just don't have it in the budget. So I would suggest, honestly, the best deal right now is the Arc Audio PS68. It's a 6-in, 8-out DSP. It'll do high level, it'll do Toslink, it'll do all that fun stuff. And then you learn the Arc Audio software, DNA software that they have. And every product they make uses the same software. So you're also learning from a high-end DSP that high-end DSPs have features that most of the low-end DSPs don't have. So even if you said, well, I want to move on to a Moscone or I want to move on to a Helix, you're going to understand that more complex DSP and know what you're looking for. So yeah, I don't think it really matters. If you've never done anything before, just jump in with both feet and go for it, because there's really no good answer to that question. Gotta hate new cars. That's dumb. Trust me, man. I'm with you. I'm running Garmin's new RD. Oh, wow. 800, 6-channel, 2 sets, full range C6s, and 2 C2 619s, 801 RMS with a Kenwood. That should be... I think we're talking about the base question. Yeah, you should be good. That should have everything you need. If you have so on the Kenwood, you have the 1058. If you're looking to get more bass out of the 1058, in the adjustment page, you have bass. So when you go to the tools, or I call it the fun page, you have tools, you have loudness, you have all of in that category. But the top one is bass, and it's loudness. Bass, it says like low, medium, and high. That's a very generic version of like an epicenter. You may want to turn that on and see if that helps your music some. And then you can find out, is it a box problem or is it a song problem? And then if you like what it's doing, then get an epicenter. The other thing you can do too in that is you have the parametric EQ in that same page. You can go in and you can add a low shelf to the sub channel that will allow you to do bass boost in a much better way. A low shelf is like a crossover, but it's all the frequencies, so you can gain up different a whole set of frequencies instead of just using crappy EQ. New cars suck. They are nothing but plastic and heartbreak and big bills. We'll be bringing you my F-150 soon. How much gas mileage should I expect to lose in my hybrid when a Moscone Pro 110? I honestly have no idea. None of that stuff. We never figure that stuff out. Hate new cars. Old cars, so simple. I heard that Ford may be going away from the stop-start system. I mean, really, you don't even need stop-start if you're doing a hybrid, because the hybrid just... There's no stop-start. It just charges the battery, and if you're sitting there. So I feel if everything's going to go to a hybrid, then stop-start becomes obsolete. Hey, from Long Island. It's Kenwood Exelon reference. Yeah. So it has all the cool features. This guy's name is Gene Fernando. Thanks, Greg. The groundhog saw a shadow today. 6 more weeks of winter. Did you hear about that? Yeah. Puxatawny Phil. PSM Pro is smaller than the 6-8. It is smaller than the 6-8, but the 6-8 is cheaper. So we were purely going in price point right here. Very compact. It is very compact. But we were just doing price point. So do I need a DSP if I have a Pioneer NEX stereo? Depends on the kind of control you want. A stereo does give you a certain amount of freedom to do what you want. However, if you want maximum control of everything, a DSP is going to give you that. Also depends on what kind of amplifiers you have. So, if you just have like basic 4-channel front rear sub type of installation, you're probably going to be pretty happy with what the radio will give you. Will a DSP be more? Yeah, if we were going to go full active, then yeah, DSP would make total sense, because then you'll have the ability to have all the crossovers you need and all the equalization to ease the transition between the speakers and phase correct them and all that other fun stuff. So yeah, there's all that. Yes, always DSP and sound treatment. Hey, from Michigan. What's up? They're cold. Okay. Anyways, believe it or not, it is 3 o'clock. We have another car we have to knock out really fast. We're going to get this thing out of here, get it off to the customer tonight at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. For all the questions we didn't get to answer, we'll answer them tonight on YouTube or Facebook, whichever one you like. So make sure to tune in for there. And then tomorrow, we're on a big old jet airliner headed out to Knowledge Fest in Vegas, where we'll be for the next 3 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We get back here Friday morning. So we'll be doing no news on Friday, but we will have the live Q&A show on Saturday. So please have a show with Mary Lou and Jeff. Okay. Just got to get them all the, timing and whatnot. Yes, we've worked on the newer truck with non-Bose, and they are terrible because there's no way to currently shut off the fake noise. So, it is terrible. It's nobody's got an answer for that yet. But anyways, at least none that I'm aware of. If somebody has one, let me know. You guys have a wonderful day. It's been 5 minutes, 5-star. MorelHiFi.com is the place you want to go and find all your awesome audio needs, right, Fernando?
That is correct.
Where are they going?
MorelHiFi.com.
Boom. See ya. So when I was talking to Brian, I dropped my phone like 3 times.
Really?
Yeah, and I cracked the screen protector. I just put this new screen protector on it before we left. And it's in like the worst spot. So I'm going to have to peel it off and replace it tonight. Which means I'm going to have to...
cracked too.
Oh yeah, your phone needs to be so replaced. It's not even funny.
It's just the screen protector.
No, your phone is just trash, dude. You can't even take pictures with it anymore.
What are you talking about?
You borrowed my phone all weekend, dude.
Well,
or all week.
Your camera is better than
right,
mine.
because your
13.
phone... Yeah, your phone is old.
Yours is
Dude, stop being so cheap. Hey, Lance. What's up, buddy?
Hi, I talked to Lance.
I got to say hi to Lance.
Yeah.
He was on his way to the booth or from class or...
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
I wanted to get over and talk to him more. I didn't get a chance to.
Yeah, it was great, though.
Yeah. What's up, Danny? So today we are back in the Bay. So we got in this morning. Our plane landed at like 10:30. We left we left Vegas. We boarded the plane at 11 o'clock last night in Vegas. We landed here this morning at 10:30. Sue picked us up at 11, went home, showered, changed. Fernando's battery was dead in his car, so I had to go back to his house and pick him up. And then we're here. So we're back, and we were very tired because we couldn't sleep on the plane. I tried, really. We both tried super hard.
Right. So if you're flying and you have your partner, friend, whoever, and you want to talk and have a conversation, do it quietly. Like,
oh, is there somebody talking?
Oh my God, dude! I have my headphones. I was watching
the soccer
movie.
people that weren't actually soccer people.
No, it's actually that was like in front of the soccer people. It was 2 guys.
Oh, it was 2 dudes.
So I'm like, I hear this noise in the background because I'm watching the movie, and I'm like, what the heck is that? So I do this and blah 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 blah. I'm like, jeez, man.
Oh,
so,
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, don't do that.
So also listen, if you're gonna fall asleep on your tray table, like if you're gonna put like your bag on your tray table, finish your drink so it doesn't end up on the person sitting next to you like this dipshit did. Her drink just all over. I actually had pants on, which was a good thing. Otherwise, I would have my leg would have been soaked.
Yeah.
So the one time on a plane I wear pants is like just all over my leg. I was like,
yeah.
I just looked at her like, you dumb.
Hey, it was crazy though.
Yeah, the flight home was not as bad as the flight there. The flight there was just a crappy flight. Our pilot sucked.
Yeah.
He bunny hopped it when we came in for a landing in Houston. And then went back up and came back down. We're like, oh, Jesus.
They need hydraulics though.
Yeah, I don't know what he needed. He was not doing. Same shoes when you wear pants? Yeah, I have dress shoes.
Dress code.
Yeah, I have.
Back to the dress code.
I have, I have dressier versions of them. Yes, he does. Yeah, Sue knows. So anyways, we have a Mustang. Let's kind of go over this. This is a classic Mustang. This is a Mach 1 Mustang. It's got the powered by SVT, this big hole in the thing. So it's actually in really good shape. It's like a 2001, I think. Something like that. 2001, did we decide?
No, this is 2004 though.
2004. So a 22-year-old Mustang. It's cool. It has the this is probably the last year for this body style. This has to be like the last year for this. Has this system right here in it. So today he wanted some focals. He likes the focal. So he is getting the focal integration 5x7 component. So there's a 5x7 mid base here, just screws into place. And then we added in, made the custom mount for the tweeter, because it has to sit flush with this, because when this grill goes over it, it doesn't have a lot of room. So this guy's in there nice and yeah. So, and then it'll go in, it'll look like that. So fantastical. It already had the double-din radio conversion done in it. This one, as we know, it is the newer one because it has this plug instead of the smaller Ford plug. So this is a one-plug system. It does have the subwoofer plug, because in this car, these and the two in the back are subwoofers. And so that is this thing right here. So this is the speaker. There's 4 of these, which play pretty much everything in the car. And then you have 4 of these, which are your subs. In this system, this comes out. You just take it out. Doesn't need to be in here. There's no reason to leave it in here. The nice thing is, in the later model versions, this just plugs in behind the side panel. So it just comes out easily. You can always go back into the car if they like, oh, I want it to be authentic. These 2 plugs here are what power these speakers. So when you take it out and you go to a normal size speaker, so here's your focals, here's your plugs, just plugs right in. You can use, they make the harnesses, so even though it's an older car, you don't have to cut anything. So these just drop right into place. You're done. And you have a nice trunk. Now, all of these, Grayson said hi, Mr. Dean. Hi, Grayson. How are you? I missed you, buddy. Double grills. Yes, they do actually have double grills. They have triple grills. Go Seahawks. So in this one, he's going to do an amplifier. He's going to do a down-firing kicker sub back here in the trunk so he can retain all of it. But the amplifier is this guy right here. So he's doing the 803.5. Mounted into the side panel. All the wiring is tucked up and run. And then I don't like just coming out of here to the subwoofer. It's obviously tech flexed up, shrink wrapped, ferruled, has the 5-star heat shrink on it. I like to run it to where this is where this plug is going to be. So it comes out over here. I don't want it to drape all the way over. That just looks tacky. So this guy's mounted into place. And then we're just getting, these are the wiring for everything. So we're just putting this all in.
What happened?
I'll tell you in a second. So that's what's happening. Focal, so hard dome tweeters, yes. Yes, this is going to be very bright. It's going to be fantastic. He's going to love it. This. Live from Disneyland. What is up? So that's it. We just wanted to kind of give you an overview of what's going on, let you know we're back here. We got home safe. We had a fantastic Knowledge Fest. It was a lot of fun. Fernando won what he was in for, so he is now the official 2026 Trusted Tech. So now we're both Trusted Techs. So he got his trophy last night. We'll talk more about that tomorrow on the show. Hopefully he can bring his trophy in and we'll take a look at it. We're pretty excited about that. We're just so tired. It's hard to be excited about anything at the moment. But yeah, that's what's going on here. We're going to try to get this done as quick as we can so we can get out of here. Because I'd really like to go home and get some rest tonight.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
But before we leave,
hold on.
Before we leave, you should go to morelhifi.com because I don't have my hoodie. This is actually
you have your automotive and expo.
Yeah, look at that.
Yep.
So party like a Canadian. The Canadians party like rock stars though. So
yes, they do.
Anyway, go to morelhifi.com. That's the place that you can find all you need about car audio. If you have a 8-inch, you can replace it with a factory 8-inch GM, Ford, Toyota, and more to come.
Well, if you have a 6x9.
They have a Hyundai. Don't believe me? Just watch. Go to morelhifi.com.
Actually, we got a box that's right here. There's a bunch of new Morel stuff, but we're not going to open this yet.
Yeah.
Because we're not ready for it. Yeah, it's Morel.
Oh my gosh. You're not going to believe what is in there.
I don't know what's in there. Anyways, we'll take a look at that later. For right now, that's all we got. Just really tired. So you guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow. 5 o'clock as always. We're doing the live show.
That's right. Bye, guys.
Bye. So it's like crystal clear blue skies.
You don't know nothing, James. No.
In the barber, one of the barbers is sitting out there, with a jacket and a snow cap on.
Oh,
and,
yeah. Not anymore though.
Yeah.
Right now it's 66.
It's cold. It's getting cold. I had to put my jacket on. I was freezing.
Haven't done nothing. That's why.
I know. I've been working on.
Working all day.
You have.
Now,
You've put it in. You're
Look
putting in the hours.
See?
Yep.
It's like everything.
I would have loved to lay on you while you're in there. No, not a chance. So, I did hold the voltmeter for you.
I give you that.
Thanks.
Fine.
Thanks. That makes it easy.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this a Camry? It might be. I don't know.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's a Camry. So okay. So just before you get excited, this was just getting a dash cam. Okay, so that's all we were doing here is just hooking up his dash cam. Nothing crazy. What's up from South Africa?
Hardwire.
Audio Gallery of South Africa. I wonder if we met them in the South African
The Zoom.
the Zoom call. Yeah, the training we did in South Africa.
That was not a meeting.
I'm sorry. It was a training. That was a lot of fun. Voltmeter, sure.
So
yeah,
I can
this
say
is it
that
right
I
here.
was training in South Africa.
You did do a training in South Africa. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You know what? Let's do that. All right, let's do this. Let's take this out, get it to its customer.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh yeah, he was. He was one of the guys there.
There you go.
Fantastic.
Hey. I'm famous in South Africa. Boom! Drop the mic.
You're famous everywhere, Mr. Trusted Tech. All right, let's get this to stop shaking because I'm cold. Okay, so let's do this, Fernando. Let's take this. Let's pull this around,
and then we can open that.
And then we'll open the Morel box.
Been working, running around,
Would you rather do another training in South Africa or a training in Goku? I have GOKU. I don't know where that is. I'll do a training anywhere. I don't care. As long as I understand what I'm saying. You guys sound awake today. So I did get some sleep last night. Not much, because it turns out I had a million things to do. But it's okay. It's okay. I was in bed by like 10:30-ish. Then I forgot to set my alarm, so I didn't get here till 10:30-ish. It happens. Make Fernando mad. Order him around. Nah. I don't have to tell him that he knows what he needs to do. I don't have to tell him what to do. Don't tell me what to do. Anyways. We got a box. Here. Look at this tape. How cool is this tape? Morel tape. I need to order some of this tape for the IRTA boxes. Dean, do you wish you lived on Mars where days are 30 hours? Would I age differently? Because like I feel like wouldn't you? I don't know. You know, I feel like you'd burn out quicker. You know, everyone would be dying at like 60 or 50. But yeah, I would be happier with more hours in the day. Some days. Yeah, I think that would be fun. Any new exciting from Zapco? Zapco was not at Knowledge Fest, so right now I'm going to say no. But I will add Chris Bennett to our list of people we want to have on the show this year, because this year we're definitely going to try to get more guys on. Because towards the end of last year we had a bunch of visitors. Yes, Mary Lou is still on the list. She's can't make it yet, but as soon as she's able to make it, we'll get her on. So we're going to have Jeff Falk from Powerbase is going to be on the 23rd. So he's coming in, he's going to bring some of the new stuff from Powerbase. He actually lives here in Florida, locally. We keep running into each other at the airports when we're going to the show. And so this time, because we have our new calendar that I got from Target, I was able to go around on my phone. We checked our two schedules. We lined it up. So Powerbase will be in on the 23rd, which would be fantastic. So we're going to get him on the 23rd. So no, you know what? I'm gonna write myself a note right now to call Chris. So when we're done with this, call Chris. I can see when we can get him on. So boom, there you go. We'll find out all the new stuff from Zapco. And what is it, ESB? Isn't that the speakers? Why would they put the name on the side of the box? But yeah, so we'll get him on. Sounds like a good idea. I like that. Okay. Anime fighter character, if it's the one I know of. Maybe. Okay, so. Hi from Brisbane. What is up? Brisbane? Is it? I think it's Brisbane. I don't want to say it wrong, but I'll probably say it wrong. Sound Garage. What's up? Dean, I'll try to be a guest on the show one day, too, but my schedule is busy with work and play. Okay. I mean, we'll figure it out. Next train, more exposure, and the Trisonus. Okay. At Knowledge Fest, do they show stuff that's coming out soon? Typically, no. Some cases, yes. So, for example, we saw some of the new Focal stuff that we're not supposed to talk about that they're going to be coming out with, which is a 2.5-inch midler and an 8-inch speaker along with an 8-inch subwoofer, and one of the lines that desperately needs more product in it because that line only has like 2 products in it now. It's in their speaker line, so they're going to be coming out with basically a higher end version of the current 8 that they have in the basically technically. So anyways, there will be in a line some new speakers, but we really can't talk about that. But we'll talk about it. I have pictures, but they're on my phone, so I can't show them to you. Mic one enough to tune Arc Audio DSP. Yeah.
Hi, mate.
Sure, for sure.
I like that.
Hi, mate. How excited are you about SEMA? 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10? I'm excited.
SEMA's...
Okay.
I like SEMA.
The reason why I'm
you
excited
bitch about
at SEMA... Of course, I'm going to bitch about everything.
Yeah.
But what I'm excited about SEMA is hopefully we're going to have more product from Rockford.
Other than, well, if they have us come, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tommy say, hey, see you guys next year, so that's a confirmation.
Tammy.
Yeah, Tammy.
Yeah, that's what you said. Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm excited.
Okay.
See if there's more product.
Yeah, I I like SEMA because we get to see new stuff, which is kind of what makes Knowledge Fest kind of anticlimactic in a lot of ways because we've already seen it. But for some people,
yeah, exactly.
Knowledge Fest is the first time they get to see this stuff. Or Master Tech. So
yeah.
Because Master Tech has a couple brands that weren't at Knowledge Fest, but yeah. Anyways, eagerly waiting your DSP tuning steps wise. Oh yeah, that's right. The new Ground Zero speakers look a lot like Rainbow and SBS acoustic speakers.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, they might look like something, but they're not. So Swedish Peter, I think, is probably who designed those. I'm not 100%. They are really sexy looking though. Honestly, they look a lot like other Ground Zeros. But listen, Ground Zero will flat out. When we interviewed them, Peter, German Peter, he says straight out, look, our lines don't always look, they don't match. Different. They look different. They do because we just work the idea. We don't want cosmetics to get in the way of a great product. So, and they did look super sexy. I was looking at great stuff from Cicada. Cicada. Ooh, we should get Marty. Yeah, you know what? We'll talk to Marty too. Get him on the show this year.
But we're gonna have Jeff coming.
Trusted Tech Fernando, says Jeff Smith. Yeah, no, there he is. I'm so proud, like a proud daddy. I know, it's so, Anyways. Will Scar be at SEMA? Scar is never at SEMA.
No.
20 here in Central VA. Ooh. All right, so what we got is we got a box here from Morel that they delivered.
So if you want this product, go to morelhifi.com.
Just open the box.
It's a box.
So this
Integration Performance.
This is an IPUNI 62.
Yeah.
Two-way slim component system. Ooh, that's right. This is the 6.5-inch slim that goes with the 8-inch slim.
So let's
So that's it. You know what? We'll just pull that one box out for today.
Okay. One box at a day.
You got to go see what Paul wants. So I didn't know these speakers existed because I don't do a ton of research on their webpage like I'm supposed to. But this is the Slim 6.5. So we know they have the Ultra Slim, which is a carbon, the nano carbon, the elite nano carbon nano. But that's at a certain price point that's like substantially higher than this. So this, as you can see, is a shallow 6.5. Looks like the 8-inch. Wow. This is the magnet here in the front, Neo magnet in the front. This is a more cost-friendly speaker than that. So this is a 6-inch slim. So this plays off of the technology that they have in the 8-inch slim.
Dude, this is nice.
Really cool, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't even know this existed. So that's pretty cool.
That is really
You got the tweeter.
Yeah, the tweeter.
So the tweeter is a MT25. This is the MT25, which they've put in a lot of their packages.
Yeah.
And here's the passive crossovers. We got a pretty substantial...
So we have a passive crossover for the mid bass, right there.
Yep, that's a coil.
And then passive crossover for the tweeter.
Yep. So this is a shallow mount, cost-friendly package. Cool, right?
Now
Can what?
If you're using a DSP,
Yeah, you don't have to put those on.
you don't have to put this on.
Of course.
Okay.
But yeah, so we got a cost-friendly, semi-shallow 6.5. But still going to give you deep 6.5 performance.
Yep.
So, if you want something like, but you don't have carbon nano
money.
You have this money. So.
No, but dude, that's fantastic.
Right. Didn't even know that, Dix. Nope, totally new to you, right?
What?
Yeah. Yep. Casey was like, "You guys never talk about those." I didn't even know they existed.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't send it to.
Those are nice. They are nice.
Okay.
So we have obviously we do a full unboxing of these. It's coming soon enough. Might even put in some cabinets. Just to toy with.
Look at this right there. What it says.
MorelHiFi.com.
That's exactly where you find this.
Yep. All right. Cool. So, anyways, listen. Tonight at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
So in like an hour and 15 minutes, we'll be live on YouTube, Facebook. We'll take all your questions. We'll have a lot of fun. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about Knowledge Fest and the silly stuff that we did. And we'll find out more about this next week. What else is in the box? What's in the box? Because there's more stuff in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, get rid of all that popcorn crap. All right, guys. You have a wonderful rest of your Saturday if we don't see you tonight. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Bye.